Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling, well, a massive frustration for any UK business looking to sell internationally.
Uh-huh.
Parcels getting held hostage at customs. It's a nightmare.
It really is.
I've got a great document here, though, laying out the most common reasons packages get stuck and, maybe more importantly, the path to freedom.
That's right. And our mission today is really to cut through that complexity. We'll unpack the main culprits the document identifies.
Yep.
And crucially, figure out exactly how to sidestep these delays. Because, as this research makes really clear, a stuck package isn't just annoying.
No, it's way more than that.
It hits your bottom line, it damages your hard-earned reputation, it's a customer service headache.
Okay, so let's dive right into the why. The document points to one major area causing headaches more than, well, pretty much any other. What is it?
It almost always starts with documentation.
Right.
Or, the lack of proper documentation.
Right.
Think about it. Customs officials need to know exactly what's crossing their border. It's a completely different ballgame from shipping within the UK.
And the document gives a perfect, simple example of how easily you can mess this up. Just writing gifs on the form instead of a specific, detailed list of what's actually inside.
Instant red flag.
Suddenly, everything just grinds to a halt. You need incredibly precise paperwork, your commercial invoices detailing every item, the quantity, the value, where it came from, who it's going to. You have to be so accurate.
Painstakingly accurate, really.
Uh-huh.
And beyond just getting the paperwork right, another huge hurdle is sending prohibited or restricted items.
Yeah.
What's perfectly fine here in the UK might be completely banned or need special permits in the destination country.
And here's where it gets interesting, maybe a little surprising too. The document highlights common things that aren't just, obviously dangerous goods.
Right, not just explosive.
We're talking certain electronics with lithium batteries, aerosols, yes, but also things like specific textiles, certain cosmetics, even food products sometimes. They often need health or safety certificates you might not even consider.
And the key thing is, these rules change constantly and very massively from country to country. You have to check.
Always checking. Then there's the whole thorny issue of valuation.
Oh, yes. Valuation. Trying to undervalue goods to, save on duties.
Bad idea.
Terrible idea. It's illegal, for one, and it's a surefire way to trigger intense scrutiny, delays, penalties.
But the document also mentions it's not always straightforward, right? Like valuing samples or promotional items correctly.
Exactly. Even things that seem simple require you to understand the specific country's rules to avoid causing problems down the line. It's not always intuitive.
And linking back to that all-important documentation, you absolutely cannot overlook HS codes.
The harmonized system codes, yeah.
The document calls them the backbone of trade classification. These numbers basically tell customs what your product is.
They determine the duties owed, they flag any restrictions.
Yeah.
They're fundamental.
So getting this code wrong, even if it's just an honest mistake.
Big delays. Customs just has no clear way to process your shipment if that code's off. It gets stuck in limbo.
Okay. And finally, just quickly, poor packaging and labeling. That can cause issues too.
Definitely. If a package looks damaged, maybe like it's been tampered with, or if it isn't clearly labeled, or even if the outside appearance just doesn't seem to match what you've declared inside,
Suspicion.
it invites extra inspection, more delays.
Right, so that covers the main reasons why packages get stuck. But the crucial part, and where this document really focuses, is the how. The proactive steps you can take to avoid this whole mess.
Yes. And the number one strategy is mastering your documentation before you even think about shipping.
Okay.
This means creating standardized, really detailed templates for your commercial invoices. Include everything we've discussed, precise descriptions, quantities, values, country of origin, and those critical HS codes.
And train your team. Or maybe software.
Both, ideally. Train your team rigorously so they understand why it matters. And yes, consider using shipping software. A lot of platforms now help automate compliance checks, which can be a huge help.
That upfront investment in getting the process right, it just pays off massively later, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Saves so much time and hassle.
The document also strongly advises doing your homework before entering a new market. Don't just assume the rules are the same everywhere.
No, never assume that. Research the specific country requirements, look up their prohibited items lists, figure out what permits might be needed before you get that first order.
Maybe create little cheat sheets for countries you ship to often.
That's a really smart move. The document definitely implies that level of preparedness. create those country-specific guides, and double down on accurate descriptions and valuations.
Yeah, ditch the generic terms.
Exactly. Men's cotton polo shirt, navy blue, size large. Specificity is your friend. And always, always declare the actual true value. Research the proper methods if you're sending samples or handling returns.
It sounds like a lot, though. With all this complexity, how does a business, especially a smaller one, realistically navigate this without needing, a whole department just for compliance?
That's a fair question. And this is where the document highlights a really key strategic partnership, working with experienced logistics providers.
Ah, the experts.
Yes, people who live and breathe this stuff daily. They have the up-to-date knowledge of changing regulations. They have the systems for proper documentation. Often they have relationships that help facilitate smooth processing. Customs brokers, freight forwarders.
And the cost. People might worry about that.
Well, the document suggests, and I think it's right, that the cost of partnering with these experts is often far less than the combined costs of delays, penalties, unhappy customers, reshipments, all the headaches from trying to manage it all yourself without the right knowledge.
That makes sense. And let's not forget what's truly at stake here. As the document really emphasizes, repeated customs delays. They torpedo customer satisfaction.
Leads to negative review.
Floods you with negative reviews, yeah.
It-
And encourage direct costs as reshipping things, giving refunds, sometimes even storage fees charged by customs at the border.
It's not just an operational headache. It can seriously hold back or even completely derail your plans for international growth.
So it sounds like getting this right isn't just about avoiding problems.
Not at all. What's fascinating here is that understanding and mastering these customs processes, it stops being just a chore and actually becomes a fundamental strategic advantage in the global marketplace.
How so?
Businesses that get this right can deliver faster, they build more trust with international customers, and ultimately they scale much more effectively overseas. It really raises an important question for you listening now. How much time and resource are you really dedicating to getting your international logistics not just functional, but truly excellent, strategically excellent?
That's a powerful thought to end on. Hopefully, this deep dive into the document has armed you with some key insights to tackle those customs challenges head on. What stood out to you as the most critical or perhaps the most surprising point we covered? Apply this knowledge, and here's to smoother sailing for your business in the global marketplace.